Hi, I'm Katie Howell and I've written the first chapter in Share This, an introduction to social networks. With over 70% of the internet population using social networks, the media landscape has changed dramatically further. It's become vastly more diverse and a great deal more complex. In fact, it feels like Facebooking has entered the vernacular as a verb, but when we're not Facebooking, actually, we're doing a lot of other things within social networks, whether it's sharing photographs, joining interest groups, or making friends. And our interests tend to shift between one different type of network and another, and the way we behave in those networks changes too. When you try and look at the social media landscape, you realise how complex it is and how difficult it is to manage. Particularly because most of the social networks are moving at such speed in terms of growing and functionality. We also see the rise of niche networks like Tumblr and Instagram, and so much so that finding information can be quite complex, and the relationship some of these social networks have with the search engines is beginning to show us why social signals play an enormous part in accessing and finding out more information about social networks and the information that's on them. This chapter aims to give you a good foundation of the different types of social networks, predominantly so you can understand how and when and why to interact on those various networks, which platforms you should be listening to, which platforms you should be particularly paying attention to. And whilst it's very difficult to corral a media that is moving and changing shape, we try and categorise that landscape into those kind of social networks that are more collaborative, like wikis, the social networking sites like Facebook, but also the content sharing sites like YouTube and Instagram, to give you a fundamental understanding of how the behaviours and the functionalities and the technology differs between these different types of estates.